Okay. Hello, much for speaking with me. Season 2 is fun. It's educational. It's really fun. Really, to start with, Blake, Gunther is going through a problem. He's going through some issues. He's collecting plants, but there's a much deeper reason as to why. He feels like he's kind of stuck. Can you talk about whether or not for this season we'll get to explore who Gunther really is and who he wants to become?
I think you're going to explore along with him on his journey to find purpose in his world, in his friendships. Gunther is more confused than ever, but at the base of everything, he has a really good group of friends with him. So that's kind of his storyline.
So Lamorne, sorry, there's a lot that's going on with your character. So I was kind of wondering, you're an artivist in season 2, and you're dealing with, it's activism through business. And so I was wondering, at the root, does Keef still stay true to who he is and shuts out those outside pressures of who they want him to become?
I think he does. He definitely stays true to who he is, and it's not easy, and it's not a smooth journey. Mm-hmm. It mocks or mirrors the journey that most people go through when you're trying to figure out who you are and you're trying to transition into something else. It's not smooth. It's not easy. It's always met with resistance, and the journey is always the road to where you're trying to go. If it's easy, it might not be worth the travel. You got to go through some bumps and bruises in order to get to that prize. And I think he has to stay true to himself. Otherwise, it's not worth it.
Right. Mm. With Blake, Gunther kind of always seems to be the opposite end of what's going on with Clovis. I love the two different POVs. Is there something either in season 2 that they agree on?
Well, you kind of see a different side of Clovis this season. He starts to kind of find a more sensitive side in the way, in a Clovis type of way. So yeah, you start to see them. They kind of like cross in the middle and then start to go kind of to each other's corners a little bit. So yeah, I'm really excited for people who are fans of the Clovis character, and T. Murphy's so hilarious, but in season 2, you get to really they reveal a lot about Clovis. You get to meet some of his family and a lot of really, really fun stuff.
Yeah.
In season 2, we have with Lamorne. I wanted to know, does season 2 and what happens change his definition of what being woke is?
Absolutely. Absolutely. He thought he had one idea of what it was, and it was, oh my God, police brutality is real. And then it turned into, oh my God, there's other problems. Like, there are other things that people are dealing with out here too. Oh my God, this is just the beginning. And so he has to figure out what his level is on a scale, and how much he's willing to dive into it. There's a lot of pressure with the folks that are on social media and around him and in his neighborhood that are the pressure is for him to do more and to do better and to be this voice and this spokesperson or this wokes person, if you will. But
Mark.
Thank you very much. But he doesn't know. He doesn't know if that's his calling, and maybe he's better suited just being a regular dude. And when you watch the show, I think you'll figure out which road he chooses.
Mm-hmm.
Last question for both of you. There's the phrase, all oppression matters. What would you say is oppressing the character for season 2 for both Gunther and for Keef?
That's a good question. What's oppressing Gunther? I mean, I just think that Gunther really feels the need to have a purpose and know what direction his life is going. And like Lamorne was saying, sometimes the direction your life is going is just in learning, and it's the process, and it's the road you're traveling. It's not necessarily the destination. You'll get there. So if that is an answer to that question.
Yeah, I think social pressure is what's oppressing Keef, because again, he thought he had one idea and he was going to go and do that, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, you got to talk about what I got to talk about and what's going on with me. You got to do this, and your brother talk about the tree father, brother. Oh, let's talk about this. He's like, that's oppressing him. That's keeping him back, because then he's not able to be true. It's okay to only talk about one thing if you just, stay true to that and let everybody else handle certain things. You don't have to know everything. And it takes a while for him to learn that, and he might not learn it.
Ooh, thank you very much for speaking with me. I thoroughly love the show.
Thank you very much. Nice to meet you.